What's going on, guys? My name is Sean Ranney, and I've created Stellar Health Awakening. And I created Stellar Health Awakening because I've spent the past 12 years as a coach, as a student, working inside the health, wellness, fitness industry. I was a CrossFit coach. I'm now a gym owner. I've continued to get certifications in education. I got my kinesiology degree. I have education from nutritional sciences to nervous system sciences, and you name it. And I've crossed paths and worked with many professionals, from doctors, functional medicine doctors, strength and conditioning coaches. And again, I've consumed a lot of the content that you guys probably have, from Andrew Huberman to Rhonda Patrick, you name it. But one thing continues to be very clear to me, that with all of this knowledge, with all of these experts, we're continually getting more and more sick here in America, but just in the world in general. And more information is not seeming to help. If anything, it's making things worse. I have worked inside of a gym for 12 years as a coach, and one of the craziest things to see is even the people that are coming in, they're doing CrossFit, they're working out, they're doing paleo, they're eating, they're trying to do all the things, are still getting sick, right? They're getting autoimmune diseases, hormone issues, God forbid, worse things than that, like cancers or whatever it might be. And these are the people who are trying to do all of the things, right? They're taking all the information from the podcasters and the health and wellness bros. They're coming in, they're working out, and they're maybe losing weight, but they're still getting sick, right? And then obviously our medical system is not set up necessarily to help with this either. You go in, you have a 10-minute consultation with a doctor to no fault of their own. That's the way the system is set up. You get one blood lab done, and if nothing is on there that comes back that's way out of range with something they can diagnose, boom, they send you on your way. And you feel sick, you're tired, you're losing your hair, you just aren't feeling good, and you're just left there to question what is going on. So then you start doing your own research. You get ridiculed for doing your own research. You go through the motions, you start listening to the podcasts, you read the books, you talk to your coach, whatever it is, you implement some of this stuff, and maybe you start to feel a little bit better, but inevitably you plateau, or even worse, you regress. Old symptoms arise, new symptoms. And there's actually something going on right now called wellness fatigue. And this is something where it's the people who are doing these things are getting so tired of trying all the new diet fads, trying all the supplements, only to still feel sick or not healthy. And people are tired of it. 70% of people surveyed at 2023, I mean, we're in 2025 now, were fed up with not only the healthcare system, but again, the wellness, the fitness industry. And it's crazy, the wellness industry is a $6 trillion industry. I mean, again, think about all of our favorite podcasters, YouTubers, whatever. Think about all the supplement companies that they sponsor and all of the money that comes through this. And at the end of the day, the patient, the client, the individual you is still at a grand scale not getting healthier, not getting better. That's why I created Stellar Health Awakening. What I'm trying to do with Stellar Health Awakening is not only through content, but through one-on-one coaching, is get functional labs more so than just blood testing, right? This is, gut microbiome sequencing through stool testing. This is, liver and detoxification health through, urine testing. This is hair trace mineral assessments. This can be genetic testing. It's myriads of testing. It's holistic testing, and we're trying to understand the symphony of your body, all of the different instruments, all the different parts that come together to make you, you. And then from there, we can figure out what's going on here. What areas are there healing opportunities, and why are maybe you feeling the symptoms you're feeling? And then we work one-on-one to build out a healing protocol for the individual, right? And we look at things like mental health and how trauma and things in the past can actually cause us to have chronic illness in the future because of our stress hormone pathways. We look at things like how your physical activity or lack thereof, or what you even choose to do for exercise, can have huge positive or negative impacts on your nervous system, right? We try to build out a whole picture of who you are, connecting the physical with the mental and with the spiritual, right? That's where a lot of these things that are out there these days, they're only focusing on the physical. They're not focusing on the spiritual side or the mental side. All of that has to matter. You can be super, super healthy or fit and feel like you have no meaning. That's pretty sick, right? Vice versa, you could be somebody who maybe feels like you have some meaning, but you're not taking care of your physical health. We want to do all of that. And that's what Stellar Health is. It's a one-on-one collaborative thing. But on the other end, for those that are just consuming the content, I want to be able to be one of these people in this wellness space that is trying to put out that content where it's not just looking at science and data and just regurgitating that to you. There's already plenty of that. And that's great, and the science is a science. But I want to take what we know from maybe ancient wisdom, traditional medicine, take just my own life experience through things I've delved into, like philosophy, like stoicism, like breath work, somatic work, all of these things, different nutrition, not paleo, carnivore, etc., like all these experimental things, and just give that information to you guys and help along the journey. So, that's going to be coming through this YouTube channel. I have a Substack where I'm going to be writing articles, whether that's, again, on new science coming out, old things in traditional medicine, more things around mental health and spirituality. And again, how can we build a better life and live longer, right? That's the goal with Stellar Health Awakening, is to help you live a better life longer, right? Because we can be all super healthy right now, but if I'm not enjoying the life I'm living, what's the point, right? And then we can try to live forever, right? That movement. But again, if we're not fully integrated, if we're not enjoying our day-to-day, our present-to-present moment, what's the point, right? So that's what we're doing here at Stellar Health. If you're sick and tired of the current system, the way that it's set up, the healthcare system, the wellness system, the overwhelming amounts of information coming in that you are left to have to parse through, if you want somebody that's going to help you walk hand in hand with you through all of this, I'm here. Welcome to Stellar Health Awakening. There's a lot more coming. Join the party, guys.